We are live. That's right. Who is it? Who are you talking about? Here we are, live from the Sid Fit Studios and K-Dub, the Sid and Sonia Show. Welcome back. Welcome back. Where's my co-host? Where is my co-host? Hey, there she is. Happy belated Halloween to everybody.
It really upsets me that we did not do a boxing Halloween. Can we do boxing Halloween next year?
We do need to do that.
We need to do that.
All my Halloween decorations.
Yeah.
And then replace them with my Christmas decorations. Yeah, it's great. My neighbors are really amused because I put down, I have Oogie Boogie hangs from my house.
I know this guy.
And then all I do is put green tinsel around Oogie Boogie.
Yeah.
And he crosses to the next holiday.
Nice.
No. Good. It's afternoon. Good afternoon.
Nice. And George has already got like see, this is November now, so I'm excited because I'm growing. Are you growing yours too for November?
I started a little early, I guess, this year.
This is it.
Hey, I want to say thank you to you guys for having me today.
Thank you for coming on with us.
Well, it's a pleasure to talk to both of you today, and also it's always an honor to talk to the champ. Anyone who shared the ring with Bernard Hopkins, they get my time any time of the week. Man. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
You
know, George, listen, I don't know a lot about your background.
Okay.
Tell me about your background in boxing.
I know everywhere.
I know what you're doing. I know what he's doing now.
Okay.
But what have you done in the past? Okay. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'll start off. I guess the easiest way would be to start off when the first time I ever walked into a boxing gym, I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
It was I was born and raised in Scarborough, Ontario. So I was training in a gym called Scarborough Boxing Academy with under Frank Bullard. I don't know if you remember him. He was a light heavyweight.
Okay. No, I don't recall Frank. No.
He was our coach there. And I trained there for a few years. Never really devoted enough of my time. I wasn't a very disciplined young man, to be perfectly honest with you. So I mean, that got me into boxing. Had some amateur fights with him. Moved to Hamilton, Ontario in 1997. Trained under David Finch at Regency.
Mm-hmm. I know David Finch.
It was on James Street North at that time. Had some fights with him. And then I got married and stepped away for I don't know, 12 years.
Yeah.
I'd say 12 years. Got everything in order, got my life in order, had 2 kids. I'm happy to say I've had 2 kids. And then I slowly started getting back into it because of my daughter, Victoria.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, it all ties in together. As I got back into boxing, I started training about once a week with Brody Boone.
Yeah. Yep.
So I just started going there, hanging around, helping him out every now and then, and just doing the classes there. And Victoria at that point was a level 9 gymnast. She was like competing nationally.
Okay.
So she said, "Can I try boxing?" I said, "You come with me and see how you feel and see if you like it." So she did it with me for a couple of months, just as recreational. And then COVID hit. When COVID hit, I started training her in the garage. I had Sheldon Wilcox, the other Wilcox, one of the brothers. I had Sheldon coming over because she said she wanted to have a run at it at an amateur career. I said, okay, if you want to do that, then I'm going to set you up at Steel Town. I know a couple of the guys there. And so what I did was I was training her during the week. Everything was closed. And then I'd have Sheldon come over and help her once a week. And we got her ready during COVID for her first fight. So I guess that brought me back into the scene in a sense. And then helping Spencer get ready for professional debut. I played like a major key in that. I'm really thankful that Bob gave me that opportunity. Bob Wilcox gave me that opportunity to do that. And then I just haven't looked back since then. It's been, day in, day out. It's boxing, boxing, boxing. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna take a quick second, well, a minute here, because when you say Hamilton, we got Vinny, Vinny from McGorry's.
I was just
who
going to
recently
touch
passed
that.
away.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't, without giving a tribute to Vinny. I mean,
100%. God
legend.
rest his soul. 100%.
Yeah, 1,000%, man. Vinny is a good man. So, and McGorry's continues on. So I know his legacy will continue on. So gotta give a shout out to Vinny.
Yeah, they've got a good crew down there. They'll keep his name going. 100%.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. So you mentioned Victoria. Yeah. Of course, we know her because she's come here and done some work with Scarlett and some of the other girls. And
we love it.
had a great opportunity to see her in Colombia at the Continentals.
Yep.
How old is she? And tell me about some of her strengths.
She's 17 years old.
Yeah.
She, like I said earlier, she came from a gymnastics background. And her coaches were both Olympic medalists for Romania. So they were really hard coaches. Like if they saw something that wasn't correct, or they wouldn't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
And
they're very tough over there.
Yeah. And I understood that and respected that. I come from a European household as well, where they tell it like it is. So that being said, she's 17 years old. Her biggest strength, I think, right now is that, number one, she's coachable. She's very coachable. Number two, she loves to fight.
Yeah.
She loves to fight. Yeah. I think that's very important as well. It's not that anyone's pressuring her to do this. She's got goals, set goals. She's going to be in nationals in March, and she's got some things that she wants to do after that, boxing related. I don't want to get into any detail because she might get mad at me if I give anything away. But
we'll get you back. We'll get you and her back on for that.
Yeah, see, a lot of bigger deals.
100%. Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. I do want to comment on something that I'm noticing here as a common theme. So I also met Lola, that was on the national team. I met her parents. Lola was at the Continentals as well.
Right.
And so I had a chat with her parents, and she's newer to boxing as well. Like, I think she was, I want to say CrossFit background.
Right.
But, and she's only been in boxing for 2 years or whatever. And, now she's at the national level. Mandy Bujold didn't start boxing until 16. Yeah. And so when parents think that their kids have to start at 6, 8, 9 in sports specific, a lot of studies show actually that the wider base you can give your kids in terms of trying different sports until they hit adolescence, the higher the pyramid you could build. So it's really great. Gymnastics, kung fu, these sorts of sports where they have full bodies, like it's so
try everything. Yeah. Like my own son, he tried tons of stuff. Yeah. This is where he's happy.
Yeah.
He's tried baseball, swimming, soccer, got karate. Actually, that's where we met you, was karate.
Yeah, karate, exactly.
Right.
So
I mean, I tried my son. I have my son's 19 years old. He used to work out with me at the boxing gym, but he never took to it. And I never ever told him that he had to or pushed and the same thing went for Victoria. I never pushed. Like, if it's something that you want to do, then I'm all for it. I'm going to support you, whatever it is. And if it was curling or if it was tennis, I wouldn't care. I would be in there 100%. Mind you, I don't have a curling or tennis background, so I don't know how much help I'd be, but right?
I'm sure you would figure it out. You're a smart guy.
But I'd be taking her. Yeah. But I'd be taking them wherever they needed to go, whatever the case was. But I'm super happy that she chose boxing. Yeah. Because of my passion. Like, we're a boxing house. We always have been. Yeah. So yeah, it makes sense.
So I have 2 daughters and a son. My 2 daughters are older. Yeah. And None of them picked up the boxing bug, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think. So watching your daughter in that ring, how nerve-wracking is that for you? Or are you like, no, like, listen, I know she can take care of herself and stuff. Like, how do you feel when she's in there?
Okay, so it's very difficult for my wife. Even now, not as much as it used to be, but I'd say the first 10 or 11, 12 fights, half the time, like I could tell my wife days leading up to the fight wasn't herself.
Yeah.
And I understand that, and there's always something in the back of my head, you know, because it's a tough sport, but and I think a lot of it had to do with me actually being in a ring and being punched in the face several times. I understood that it wasn't as bad as everybody thinks it is, you know. Not that that's a good thing, but I think that took a little bit. I think it took a little bit of the edge off, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it was hard for my wife. It was really hard for my wife. It's still hard for her, but not as hard. But she's getting used to it.
I feel that.
Yeah. And you know, on the flip side, you said it's a tough sport, and I think that's a good thing.
I do too.
Like, that is, to know that your daughter is in there doing a tough thing, and signing up to do a tough thing, is only going to help her in life, right?
Absolutely. You know what? Like, I mean, I understand she's still in junior, but going to provincials, going to the winter games, like that's a lot of pressure on a young female or male, doesn't matter, and they just want to do well. It's a lot of pressure on them. It keeps them up at night, but it also turns them into, you know, strong-minded. It turns them into resilient people. Yeah. The sport changes you for the good. Period.
Yeah.
Well, it's true. Like, I mean, we witness both of my kids here on a weekly basis, and you know, my daughter's grown up essentially here. Yeah. Her whole life has been here, and she's a force.
How old is your daughter?
She's 6.
Have you ever considered like having an exhibition, letting her have an exhibition, or
I think she would honestly, her favorite days are when she gets here and one of the comp guys is like, okay, let's go, and they get down to her level and she goes she's like, her dream is she's going to be a heavyweight. Oh yeah, she's going to knock out Sid. Yeah. She's got goals, and she walks in here every week like, this is my house.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. At least she's got swag. She's ready.
That's right.
I'm not the least bit worried about her growing up under any circumstance.
Good.
So, should we talk some current boxing events?
Absolutely. Whatever you'd like.
I mean, fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, it's not a Paul this time.
No, it's not. It's not a Paul. So, did you happen to see the fights from Saudi Arabia? Did you happen to see Ngannou and Tyson Fury?
I'll be honest with you. I watched different variations of highlights. I was completely wrong with my prediction, and usually I'm pretty good. You as well?
Me too.
Yeah. Me too. I thought it was going to be basically, Fury's going to take him to whatever round he wants and finish him. Not at all. Not at all. And that's what you get even at that level for taking someone lightly. And he's a big, strong man. Like, they're both big, strong men. And I'd like to see it again, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it again. Yeah, why not? Why not?
That's crazy. You know, some people, you know, I put some stuff on my Facebook, and some of the hardcore boxing people are like, Sid, I can't believe you're putting this on your Facebook. Like, it's not real boxing. But listen, this man went 10 rounds competitive. Not that, like, it is like, you're like saying, I'd like to see it again.
Yeah.
So would I. Like,
I know.
It's legit.
I completely washed it off. I was like, okay, it's just another sideshow. An MMA guy needs to, maybe the boxer was going to give him a big payday. I don't know what it was, but I didn't think it was a legitimate fight. And then when I saw after like the third or fourth round, I was like, After he knocked him down, I said, "Okay, this man is serious. This
What
man."
did they say?
You know what I mean?
Someone that said, see, and I can never pronounce his name right, but they said he has the hardest punch in the world. Yeah, Nagano. I'm gonna get it one of these days. Yeah. But he has like the hardest punch in the world. Like it's recorded on record.
He punches like a small car.
Right?
Forget the hardest punch. He could take a punch. He could take a punch. That's scary.
And an elbow.
And an elbow. I saw that. That's scary.
Let's read it. Let's demonstrate it. Ready? Hold on. I went like this.
Boom. Yeah. And
no. Actually, wrong. Our reaction was wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait, so they get the right reaction.
All right.
Hold on. Okay, reaction.
Boom.
That's all you got.
And then he got.
That's all you got.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's about it. That's basically it. It didn't move him. It didn't jar him.
No.
And what was most impressive to me, and you can probably share this as well, like in the second, your first professional boxing match, biggest stage in the world. It was a massive stage. Like all the world champions that showed up, incredible.
Oh yeah.
$10 million.
Yeah.
You knocked down the heavyweight champion of the world.
I know.
You clowned him.
Yeah.
And then you have enough to be like, I'm just going to box you because I knew this was going to happen. Like he had so much belief in himself that he didn't go crazy. Okay, they're not like that was. That takes a lot.
Very smart. Very smart. I think the whole world underestimated him. Very smart fighter, and by smart fighter, I don't even mean smart boxing. I mean composure.
Yeah.
I mean, he knew where to be in the ring. I wasn't expecting that. I honestly, it blew my mind when I think we were at a show. No, we were at Provincials, right? Yeah, we were at Provincials, and then I get a text, and I'm like, "Oh, Fury just went down." I just looked over to my buddy. I'm like, "No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Are you kidding me?" Sure enough, it was a close fight. Do it again. I say do it again.
Yeah.
I do it. I would. He's the threat.
And again, it was the perfect storm in that Nagano's preparation must have been on point. His game plan 100%. On point. Everything on point. Yeah. And Fury, I don't know. I wasn't in his camp, but I could hear Stewart, trying to tell him things, and Fury was not executing. Yeah. He was not executing. So there was perfect storm where that happened.
And you know what? Nights like that happen. And if you're not ready, and you've got somebody across the ring from you being like 250, 270, whatever he weighed.
270.
We're human beings.
Yeah.
We're human beings, and it doesn't take much to get that edge of confidence, and then from there, I mean, if you take it the right way, you're dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really more than two of me.
I know. And you know what?
I can't even.
As you say that, I'm like, and give Fury some credit.
Yeah.
Because Fury in the later rounds, where I thought Fury was maybe going to try and pick it up, he didn't. Yeah. And probably because he knew, if I do that, like I could literally get knocked out, and then like it's really over. So like
I saw that because he didn't recover very well in the third round. No. Like, did you see him backing off and going on the ropes, and he was buying time, and you could see after the knockdown he was being very careful, and he was like, this could be the end of me, and it could have been the end of like heavyweight boxing as we know it for now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think
so. I know what you mean. Like,
dude, don't blow this, man. You know what I mean? Don't blow this.
Listen, every boxer, the boxing world is depending on you to finish this MMA guy.
That's right.
And like,
like in fairness, heavyweights are not the same as they used to be. We've had this conversation before.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
Watching them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, no disrespect to any current heavyweights, but there was a time when heavyweights looked like taller middleweights, right? And they had
Oh my God.
And they like the Nortons, the Alis, those guys, even the Holyfields, like they were athletes. They could go 15 rounds and fight for 15 rounds, and the output, it was just a different time. And the division has changed a lot. The division has changed a lot.
really exciting, and that's great, and then it's a good watch.
Yeah.
But there are some where I'm like, I can't, and I got to turn it off. I just can't.
Yeah, you're looking for the one shot a lot of the time now. You're looking for the one. He could be.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. He could be winning. He could be winning all 10 rounds, and then one punch makes the difference. Whereas before, it was a battle. The guys weren't so big. They were a lot better conditioned, I think.
Yeah.
In that sense, I don't know.
But
Maybe I'm wrong.
I think that kind of happens to everybody.
Yeah.
I think in general.
Yeah. I mean, although like the lighter weight classes, the build, like these guys are like.
Yeah.
You know what I miss?
They are, yeah.
I really miss Reagan now.
Oh, Reagan.
He had skill, he had talent. When people complained that he wasn't aggressive enough, he was aggressive. When people, anytime there was a complaint, people found him boring, he adjusted, and people still weren't happy. But he had skill, he had footwork, he had technique, he was smart.
He was. I think it was the entertainment factor there with him. Yeah. I think that real boxing purists appreciated Rigondeaux.
Yeah.
I think that the general public or people that are on the fence about boxing that want to see blood and they don't want to they just want to see a fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I think yeah. I understand where you're coming from.
That he fractured that guy's orbital bone, like shattered that thing.
Oh yeah.
Did Reagan fight Loma?
Yes.
No.
Yes, they fought.
Did?
Yes.
Did they fight? Did they fight at Madison Square Garden?
I think it was. Yeah.
And did Reagan quit?
Yes.
All right. So listen, I'm a huge Reagan southpaw. Like
I do not remember.
And I remember that fight, and I was just, and after that, I was just like.
But yeah, but what has he fought since then?
I think the weight was the biggest issue in that fight. I think the size difference.
Right, yeah, because you had two of the greatest amateurs ever. I was showing, and I'm like, Reagan now's going to show this guy.
Yeah.
But then there's age too. You got to put age into that as well.
Yeah.
Loma's younger.
Yeah.
Younger, taller, stronger. Again, a southpaw.
Yeah.
Because I told everybody how great Rigondeaux was.
Well, yeah, I know.
And then he quit, and then I was just like, now you made me look bad. Now you made me look really bad.
I know. I was kind of disappointed when it was just kind of like he just disappeared into thin air, like nothing happened, and he was never in existence. And I'm like, oh.
I had the same. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say. Don't go ahead. I was going to say, tell me about some of your who likes to fighter, but go ahead.
Oh, my favorite fighter, like modern day, is and has been for. There's two. I'm a Tank Davis fan. And a Terrence Crawford fan. Those are my two favorites.
Who was the first one?
Tank Davis. Gervonta Davis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I called Gervonta about 4 years ago. I talked, and I'm saying this online for you, Sheldon. I told Sheldon that Gervonta Davis was going to be the most decorated and the most popular, and I guess, he'd be world champion. Aside from Haney, Shakur, Loma, he'd be on top of everybody. I said, one day you'll see. And it's still building, but I think I'm right. I think he's special.
Yeah.
I think he's special.
He is.
There's not too many that kind of come in anymore that you feel that spark.
Yeah. I get it with Tim. I get it with Crawford. Yeah. There's a few, like recent, Andre Ward was another one. Oh, my God, was he ever.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, he was amazing. But.
I watched, I watched the documentary, or maybe it was just a pre-fight on Crawford. And he eats, sleeps, lives. Like, boxing is it for him. Like, it was, I'm like, yeah. Like, when you put that much into something.
But that's what you almost have to do that. You can't be the greatest in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
If that's, but Tyson, eat, sleep, breathe, boxing.
Yeah.
Hopkins, eat, sleep, breathe, boxing.
Can I show you what I saw? Like, I've got this saved on my Instagram.
Yeah.
What Crawford did to somebody, another world champion.
Are you gonna choke me?
No, I'm not gonna
Don't choke me. I'm fine.
It's gonna look like I'm orthodox, but I'm actually in a southpaw stance. You go in your.
Do you want me to be set? Okay.
No. All right. So him and this, they're like this. This is like high level, right?
Okay.
This guy goes to throw the jab.
Okay. Oh, my jab. Okay.
I'll throw it slower.
Okay.
Show what he does.
That's
that's
out.
dangerous.
And they're like, we know somebody's going to do something. We know it.
That's really
Yeah.
slick. Just
Boom!
like,
That's dangerous.
He caught it, and the guy went to sleep.
So now
Like,
imagine
so good.
his next opponent. He'd be afraid to throw the jab, and that's the
Yeah,
right.
right?
I
It's
mean,
crazy.
that's scary stuff. That means, and I think he's wonderful. I compare him to one of my all-time favorites, Marvin Hagler. I just see that eye. Yeah, yours too. He's got that look. You can't read him. You can't read Crawford. He is a complete, like when that switch is on, that's it. You're in trouble.
The adjustments, it's not like he's a front runner. Like he has to be ahead. No, I've seen him down and make the adjustments and come back and win. Like he's the real deal.
Yeah, he's the real deal. He does listen. He does, and he deals with speed. Like easier said than done. He deals with speed with his timing, and that's one way to do it. And it's not an easy thing to do, but he makes it look easy. Yeah. He did it to Amir Khan. You know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, I like that. I like that Crawford. That's for sure.
That's good. Okay.
So let's talk.
Yeah, we better.
We got 5 minutes. Okay, so we have to do. Right. So we do rapid fire. At the end of each show, we do rapid fire. We ask our guest a question. It could be a question about anything.
Okay.
And you have to be honest. You cannot lie. Because if you lie, we will drive down to Hamilton and they're going to choke you.
Okay, I won't lie. I promise I won't lie.
I come and film Sid choking you out.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm down.
Right.
100%.
I feel like it's going to lie on purpose one day, so we got to follow through on that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's Roy don't have to fly. Or maybe it is Roy.
Oh no, can we fly? No, we gotta find somewhere sunny.
Where we can fly?
We gotta find somewhere sunny. I'll find someone in Jamaica. You're going for or Bermuda maybe? Okay, I'll look that up. I'll look into it, Sid. Got it.
All right, so the question.
You can go first.
All right.
I went first last time.
That's true. Okay, so if you were in your prime and you were a professional fighter, what fighter would you like to fight? Any era could be living or dead. Like, who would you like to get in the ring with? And
Roberto
why?
Duran. Roberto Duran.
Why? Why would you want to get in the ring with Duran? You think you could actually beat him?
No.
Okay.
I didn't say that. I think that just the longevity of his career, I think that, I mean, there's been a lot of greats starting at lightweight and finishing at middleweight. I think he'd whoop my ass. If I was primed or not. But I think that if I wanted to share the ring with someone special, it would be him.
Amazing.
I think it would be him.
Yeah. Did you happen to see, because I know you saw snippets of the fight. Did you see the walkout? Did you see Tyson Fury walking out to the ring?
I saw just the part with the crown, right? He was wearing a crown.
Okay. So, before that, when he walks out of his dressing room, he has to walk down the hall.
Right.
He walks down the hall, and it is lined by like 50 past world champions. Oh. Tyson, Lewis, Duran, Leonard.
Oh,
just everybody.
Goosebumps. When I
just got them.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, because the Prince flew in all these champions.
Wow.
Yeah.
And when he walked down the hall, they were all just like giving him fist pumps. I was just like, oh my God.
Can you imagine? That's
like not pictures of them, the real men were there. I was like, oh.
That would be so special.
Oh.
That's worth it right there.
Yeah,
I get punched by him for that walk.
It's an amazing moment. Amazing moment.
I didn't see that.
Okay. You're coaching for who? Who would you like to coach? Past, present, amateur, it doesn't matter. You can pick. You want to be there in their corner. You're feeding them the information. If it is a fight that we have already seen with their opponent, what are you changing in that fight?
Okay. Hagler Hearns.
Oh!
Hagler.
So you're and whose corner are you in?
Yep.
This time I'm going to be in Hearns' corner.
Okay. And what are you changing about what he did that night?
I'm telling Hearns after the first round, get your ass out. Stay on the outside and set up your right hand and stop dogging it out with this guy. That's what I'm telling him. Right? Makes sense, right? I think
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly don't think that Hearns would have beat him. But I think he would have had a much greater chance if he stayed on the outside and he set up that whipping right hand that he had. That was a beauty right hand. So that's what I would be in Hearns' corner, and then I'd apologize to Hagler after. And that's what I would do.
And for the viewers, if you haven't seen it, I think it's 9 Minutes of Mayhem. The fight is not very long. It's
3 rounds.
Such a great fight.
Oh,
Hagler Hearns, check it out.
I will see if I can add the link when I post this up. I'll see if I can add the link underneath it so you guys can.
Yeah,
if
what a
you
great
happen
fight.
to miss it here.
That's right.
That was a war.
George,
Yes.
I know you have to run. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
guys.
taking the time spending with us,
My
sharing your stories, your wisdom.
Thank you.
And man, we'd love to have you on again another time. All right. So
Anytime.
I'll continue success for you and your family. And I know I'm going to see you at the fights.
Of course you will. You guys have a great week. Have a good fight. What is it, Friday or Saturday? You guys are on Saturday night?
Saturday was fun. Yeah.
There's only one ringside ticket left, folks. So
and we're
if
sold
you
out.
want it, you better watch it.
Wow.
All right.
Look, all the best. I hope you guys have a great show, and I will see you guys very soon. There I go, and here I'm back.
Thank you, George.
Thanks so much.
You guys. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Bye now.
Guys.
On that note, are we ready?
Are we
ready for fight night?
Oh, we're ready for fight night.
We're ready for fight night. We're always ready for fight night.
So on fight night, we have actually, there's 13 fights.
Yep.
We have 10 provincial champions fighting that night. Like 10. Like it's going to be an insane night of fight.
It's going to be such a good night.
Main event, Caitlin Clark. Yeah, getting in the ring against another provincial champion.
I like it. So it's good times.
It's good times.
Good times.
Man, we have 8 of our local boxers fighting that night. So Scarlett Delgado is going to be in the house as well.
Yeah. Along with, we also have, so Scarlett's going to be there. Is Mandy making it out?
I think Mandy's going to be
Mandy's making it out.
Two-time
Molitor.
world champion, Stephen Molitor.
Big 12.
Big 12.
Big Ray.
Dangerous Daily Big Ray. We should just have a throwdown. Let's just see if we can.
Do you think we can arrange it? Yeah. Do you think they're probably not watching? It's okay. We could just arrange it.
We have a whole row. So a whole row that's dedicated to the celebs and the fighters coming to support. So I'm looking forward to that. And
so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great night of boxing.
So if you want the last ringside seat, link in bio here. You can DM, message me. Don't message Sid. Message me.
There you go. Just do that. And you can get that ticket coming out. Kitchener Clash.
It's either that or they got to wait till what, next spring maybe? That's a really long time, guys. Don't wait.
Yeah. And next time, buy your tickets early.
Yeah. We give them so much notice.
Sure.
Don't miss out on this. It's fun. We're fun. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's all, folks.
2 weeks. We will see you again.
See
Have
ya.
a
Bye-bye.
wonderful weekend.